And today we're reacting to Disgusting DoorDash Girl is the Worst of Society. I accidentally didn't record the first part of this video. I'm gonna give y'all a quick breakdown. All it was talking about was giving us, it was the beginning of the recap showing the start of this situation. If you don't know nothing about the situation, watch the older video of this one. We have not missed nothing together. I'm just not about to watch that 5 minutes again. I was yapping and everything. No, I'm mad. So we're gonna start it with the last thing that I saw. Let's get to
Hey guys, so DoorDash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my assault. Hey guys, I just lost my job and they won't tell me why. They're supposed to send an email immediately after deactivation.
It's kind of crazy, right? Like right here in this video,
stood that the police officer, and then he went back out to his car.
You could see how calm she was, right? It's kind of crazy. See, she went from being like seeming like a normal human to now like this is this face. This is a face and the eye structure. It's like all she needed was a certain facial expression to now make her look like she belongs in a psych ward or something. Jesus! It was that quick.
Assault. Hey guys, I just lost my job and they won't tell me why. They're supposed to send an email immediately after deactivation providing you the reason why and a link to appeal, and they didn't. So I contacted support and they made me sit on the phone with them for—
She got the face of like a woman, a white woman that would kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like in some situation where you trying to hurry up and leave, run out the door, and right before you about to get to the door, she steps in front of it with this face, knife in hand, or really gun in hand.
50 minutes just to tell me that they can't tell me the reason why.
That's what she is. There we go. There we go. That's a scary movie white woman. There it is. Yeah, now it makes sense.
Just go ahead and appeal without knowing why. So my chances of getting my account back, they have my money in that account. I was working. I was literally working, and they deactivated me.
Whoa.
This is related. They just punished me for posting about my assault while door dashing. They just fired me, and the police are doing nothing. I lost my job, and that was my only way to make money to pay my bills.
Hey guys, so yep, I really lost my job. Within less than 24 hours after me submitting my appeal, they denied it. And in the email, they said, you can respond to the previous email that you received explaining the reason why you were deactivated. I never got the email. So last night, I contacted one support agent. We sat on the phone for 25 minutes, and then she transferred me to the community response team. The person on the community response team told me that was the highest team I could get to. There's literally nobody else she could transfer me to. I could hang up the phone and call back and then get transferred to the community response team again. So I sat on the phone with her for another 25, 30 minutes. And she told me that she couldn't tell me. There's no way that they could tell me what the reason why I just lost my job.
To make matters worse, she now risks being banned from TikTok.
You guys, my account is currently at risk of being banned because I had to explain my story one time, right? They took the video down and gave my account a strike. So I explained my story again and censored the video that I have just so they can't take it down for the same reason. They took it down for the same reason again, and now my account has a second strike. Guess what? If I get one more strike, I'm banned from TikTok. So not only did I get assaulted 3 days ago on October 12th on Sunday.
It's the worst luck of the draw, worst events ever in human history. The worst week ever in human history is what she's experiencing in her eyes. In her eyes.
I then lost my job. The police are doing nothing. And if I get one more account strike on TikTok, my account's done. This is a man's world. I'm the victim. Remember? I'm the victim. And they took down my video. They were going to have to pay me for my second story time because that was over a minute long. They were going to
okay. before I realized I didn't record the other one, it showed a screenshot. Let's see if we can find it real fast. It showed, here it is, where we're at 8:51. Her views, bro. She was getting real views. 1.2. The ones above this were a million. You know what I'm saying? Like 1.2 to 4.9. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was doing it. You feel me? With these story times of her situation, her assault. And I was like, damn. I was like, I know she been getting money, but it makes sense now. They got her. They cooked her just in time, so we ain't got to pay you no chicken. Mind you, again, I've told y'all, TikTok, it only gonna pay you so much. She probably was able to maybe rack up around 5 bands that month. And then once they see you making a certain amount, they're gonna lower those RPMs. It's so dumb on TikTok, bro. They will go, and I understand why, because you know they have to pay all these creators in short form content. They're not at the same level as YouTube. But how do you go, right? Give somebody a $1.80 RPM on a video. You pay them $1.80 for every 1,000 views they get. They get 10 million views on a video. TikTok page going crazy. Next video they get 5 million, whatever. And then as the month goes on, my battery. As the month goes on, you start to lower the RPM to low as 50 cents, 40 cents, 30 cents because that page is getting too much money. That is so dumb. I hated that when I was doing TikTok, bro. I hated that, man.
So not only did I get assaulted 3 days ago on October 12th on Sunday, I then lost my job. The police are doing nothing. And if I get one more account strike on TikTok, my account's done. This is a man's world. I'm the victim. Remember? I'm the victim. And they took down my video. They were going to have to pay me for my second story time because that was over a minute long. They were going to have to pay me for all those views I got. So nope, they took that right down. Absolutely not. They're not paying me for that. Nope.
No, so she painted herself as a woman living in a man's world, and DoorDash, TikTok, and the police were all taking Austin's side, the big bad people. The problem with this narrative is that TikTok and DoorDash can't just have their users violating someone else's privacy. And remember, we still don't know what this man's intentions were. Ultimately, the case became something which depended on your own worldview. Just like Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, or Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, right. People picked a side and viewed everything in black and white terms without even waiting for the evidence. But what swayed a lot of people towards Austin's side was the very last line of the clip I just showed you.
They were going to have to pay me for my second story time because that was over a minute long. They were going to have to pay me for all those views I got. So nope, they took that right down. Absolutely not. They're not paying me for that. Nope.
Olivia was trying to monetize her newfound social media fame. She was posting every day and definitely making the most of the attention that this case was bringing her. For many people, there was definitely more to it than Olivia's side of the story, and DoorDash soon released a very carefully written public response. We've seen some tough and sensitive posts over the past few days, and we want to clear the air. No one should ever have to experience SA, harassment, or abuse, and DoorDash never deactivates someone for reporting it. Full stop. We take these reports incredibly serious and work closely with law enforcement to investigate and support those affected. In this case, the Dasher let us know about an experience that made them feel unsafe, and that's exactly what we always want Dashers to do. Our team immediately began investigating and has been in direct contact with law enforcement and is prepared to fully support any of their efforts. However, posting a video of a customer in their home and disclosing their personal details publicly is a clear violation of our policies. That is the sole reason that this Dasher's account was deactivated, along with the customers, while we investigated. We've also ensured that the Dasher has full access to their earnings. We know these are sensitive situations, and we want every Dasher to know if you ever feel unsafe or experience something concerning, come to us. We're here to listen, act, and support. Like clockwork, Olivia posted on TikTok once again. But for the first time, someone else involved had given a different perspective on the story, so you would expect her to engage with the points made in this statement. Instead, we witnessed a masterclass in deflection.
Hey guys, it's been a minute. A whole 24 hours, I know. But I have an update as of October 16th, 2025. But first and foremost, I just want to thank everybody for the overwhelming support and allyship that you've shown me. It's really making me feel so validated and seen and heard. And that's really helping me through this tough time. So I just want to let you guys know I really appreciate the outpouring of support. So the update is, last night I was made aware, a bunch of people started commenting on my pages that DoorDash made a public statement about me on their TikTok story and on their most recent Instagram post in the comment section. And I'm not going to speak too much further on details, but what I am going to say is
what's scary about her is how she can be such a calm person and then like flash when angry. Now I know we all have our levels, like, you know, we all can get turned up like hell no, and we could also be chill. But it's just, I don't know, maybe it's just the internet that's just making me see it, like, you know, not see the in between and seeing just the drastic contrast. It's like, wow, this woman is wild. Like, she seemed crazy. Maybe that's what it is, but everything else aside, she seemed like you gotta watch a person like this, and at the end of the day, you do, because what I think the outcome of all this was is she ended up really getting her shit cleaned up and exposed. You know, you gotta watch like, she really is an evil being.
I and the entire rest of the world found out why I lost my job at the exact same time. I didn't find out before you guys. I'm just letting you know this right now. The people that saw their public statements and made me aware that they made those public statements knew why I lost my job before I did. Because I went and I checked my email once I was made aware that they made those public statements, and they sent me the deactivation email around the same time they released the public statements, like literally within the same hour. So they sent me my deactivation email explaining my reason for being deactivated a whole 24 hours after they deactivated me, and a whole 24 hours after I already submitted my appeal, and about 12 hours after they had already denied my appeal. They finally sent me the email explaining why they fired me. So I and the rest of the world, we all found out why I lost my job together. That's the update.
It's important to note that she's not an employee of DoorDash, but a contractor, so she has very little legal rights to fight back on this. And eventually, the internet was provided with an explosive piece of new information. Supposedly, the door wasn't wide open, as Olivia claimed, but there was only a small, tiny crack. And the shocking revelation was that Olivia had pushed the door open and walked inside.
Wait, how'd they figure that out? Oh, okay, the missing video.
A screenshot from a video can be seen here, which shows that the door was only slightly open when Olivia arrived. For some people, this confirmed who the victim was all along, Austin. Olivia should have left the delivery by the door as requested, and this video proved that she had been dishonest this whole time. Naturally, people were furious.
Getting told to leave food at somebody's door, then seeing their door cracked open, pushing it open, and then seeing them laying on the couch doing shit in the privacy of their own home does not make you a victim of SA. Stop milking such a horrible, heinous thing for views. It's very obvious what you're doing, and it's sickening. It really is sickening to watch that.
Hey, what's good, y'all? I'm back again, and I've been putting a lot of people on to this program called Free Cash for a while now. Check out one of my supporters that had the biggest payout that I've seen yet from all the DMs y'all have sent, and I promise you they've been hitting me up saying that they've tried it and it's worked. They've been getting cashed out, and I love to hear that because it genuinely actually works. And don't think I have not been seeing y'all's comments saying things like it doesn't work, Dior supporting a finesse, they're trying to take your data, and it's not true at all. And the fact that y'all would think that I would even put that on a video to get y'all finessed is wild to me. But hey, first off, Free Cash does not sell your data. They strictly track your progress to make sure you can get paid. Only sign up with an email and password and give no personal information. So I don't know what y'all are talking about. Here's how it goes. You sign up through my link, and inside you see a list of apps and games. Download them, play, and beat the levels that they tell you. That's the key. You got to complete the requirement. And once you hit the level, the system credits your account. And every time you finish, you get real money. Cash out to your PayPal or get a gift card, while it also being free of charge. The games pay Free Cash to get new players, and free cash just shares the money with y'all for trying it out. It may take a little time to get a huge payout, but if you're gonna be on your phone playing games anyway, you might as well make $5 to $10 doing the same thing. I don't wanna hold y'all any longer, and I hope I've cleared up some things if you've been sitting on the fence. Hit the link, try a few games, and then DM me. Let me know that you've been winning, actually getting your money. Like I showed y'all earlier, bro made $1,000 off of free cash. I'm not promising that's gonna happen every day for y'all, but the fact that there's a possibility for doing something that y'all already do should really be all the convincing that you need, bro.
The problem with this narrative is that there was no video, or at the very least, all of the people who claim to have seen this video did not bother downloading it. This YouTuber, Taylor, couldn't find the video anywhere.
So many of the comments jump on her saying, you said that you pushed the door open in a previous video. Everybody is scouring the internet for any sort of shred of proof that she said that she pushed the door open. Nobody can find it. There is no proof that she said that she ever pushed the door open. And genuinely, I think that if she did say that...
Oh, she's with Shorty. Okay, she's on Shorty's side.
There would be at least one person who would have that video because millions of people saw it. I don't think it exists myself. I don't think it does.
The YouTuber and TikToker Ryan Beard couldn't find the video.
What the hell?
Either.
I tried to search for this deleted video for a couple of hours and it just does not exist.
And another YouTuber, August the Duck, looked even closer at the screenshot and found out what it was.
If you've been following this or looking into this, you've probably seen a screenshot that looks like this, which a lot of people are using as, quote, evidence to show, look, the door was just cracked, she had to have pushed it open. If you look at this screenshot and that is the conclusion you come to, I'm sorry to tell you this, I don't like using this word, but you're stupid. You're a dumb. You can literally see on the left the clean line that cuts this caption off because this is just a cropped picture. A cropped picture made to look like the door was cracked when it wasn't.
Olivia, for what it's worth, has also denied this too.
There have been a lot of people.
Got it. Okay. Hold on now. What's going on? Was Shorty right all the time in the I need to make an apology? I'm still not standing on that just yet. You feel me? But let's see. That's the last thing I knew about this whole situation. That's the last update I've had about this situation.
Things like I entered the customer's home or I opened the customer's door, but I can assure you that I did not do either of those things, and I have obtained irrefutable proof that the door was already wide open when I arrived to the customer's house. But due to its importance, I cannot post that proof at this time.
If anything, all of this false information played right into Olivia's victim narrative, and she was now also the victim of a vicious smear campaign coordinated by random people on the internet.
Word.
You would expect that this would have only given her more momentum, and even more TikToks would follow. Instead, she was surprisingly absent from social media. Weeks and weeks passed by, but there was nothing but radio silence. Her biggest complaint was that the police had done nothing, but in reality, the police had been incredibly busy. And in a strange twist of fate, there was an arrest made by the police.
Oh my gosh. What? The police was getting busy. Holy shit. Niggas over here.
DoorDash girl has been arrested. Yep, Olivia Henderson, the woman who came onto TikTok shouting to anyone that would listen that she had been assaulted by a customer, has been arrested on 2 felony charges. And listen to the felonies: unlawful surveillance for amusement or profit, and dissemination of surveillance images for sale or publishing. The arrest record from Oswego County, New York says Olivia was arrested on November 10th at 9:46 p.m., was later released and is due back in court on December 4th. I absolutely believe she thought she was going to sue DoorDash when they fired her. Come to find out, being fired from DoorDash was the least of her worries.
For people who took Austin's side, this was the gotcha moment, which proved that she was a liar all along. For Olivia's supporters, you could still argue that she was still a victim, but just responded in a completely careless fashion by posting it on social media. But here's perhaps the nail in the coffin for anyone still taking Olivia's side.
Okay.
All of this time, Olivia repeatedly told her fans that the door was wide open. According to the police report, who have access to ring footage of the incident, Olivia proceeded to open the closed entrance door and went inside. This is despite the fact that Olivia was instructed to leave the order at the door. So let's now walk back to what she said earlier.
There have been a lot of people saying things like I entered the customer's home or I opened the customer's door, but I can assure you that I did not do either of those things, and I have obtained irrefutable proof that the door was already wide open when I arrived to the customer's house. But due to its importance, I cannot post that proof at this time.
And of course, the missing video may have just genuinely disappeared from the internet, but the police report contained yet another bombshell. And at long last, we found out Austin's intentions.
An investigation was initiated by the Oswego Police Department, during which it was discovered that the delivery driver had taken a video of the nude male. The video, along with the subsequent investigation, indicates that the male was incapacitated and unconscious on the couch due to alcohol consumption. The video was taken from the exterior of the male's residence. The DoorDash driver subsequently posted the video to social media, where it drew significant attention. It was further discovered that the DoorDash driver had made claims of being assaulted during this incident. The investigation by the Oswego Police Department determined that no assault occurred. Like we all said, no assault had occurred. The male depicted in the video cooperated with police and he provided a statement. So now we know that he did also provide a statement, which was a question that you guys were asking, and I had said that he had to have given a statement in order for these charges to be lobbied.
The problem for Olivia's supporters is that you can't prove that Austin had bad intentions. You can only speculate. If he had done this to a bunch of other women, there would be some sort of substance to this claim, but his record was completely clean. With Olivia, there's indisputable evidence of her breaking the law. She's accused of publishing surveillance images, aka the first video you saw of her outside his home, and for using this footage for profit, which refers to her attempts to monetize the incident. And from these TikToks, you can actually see some bad intentions of her own. Her first mistake was to frame her attack as an SA, when at worst, it was harassment. There are even women who took offense to this choice of words.
I would imagine there was women that took offense to that. I'm telling you, people be throwing that word, especially like, I feel like this year I've heard the most of that combination of words ever in my life. And it's getting thrown around a lot. You know what I'm saying? Some would say, it's helping bring awareness. I think that's true. But then it's also, diluting. Unfortunately, I hate that had to be the case, and I have to say this, but it's diluting it to the point where it's like you hear that and it doesn't, and because of, people doing things like this, doing the boy who cried wolf kind of situations, it's unfortunately skewing people's view when they hear that. You know what I'm saying? Making it easier to not take it as serious, unfortunately.
Disagree that she should be coming on here saying that she was really assaulted. And I feel like that is such a deep insult to people who have actually been really assaulted. And I'm only mentioning that because I have not really seen that be talked about. It's so insane to me. She may feel violated, she may feel wronged, but calling this a sexual assault is just so backwards to me.
And if you look back at the TikTok videos, they look less like someone reporting a crime and more like someone performing for social media.
To me, the panning down from the food up to the man, zooming in on the man, turning it to herself, doing the walk away with the finger on the mouth, going, that's effed up. That to me is very dramatized, as if it was made for a TikTok video to perform well, to get views. That to me is not documenting an incident. The way that video was filmed, it was filmed to be posted on TikTok. It was not filmed for the police. And if you go and look at her previous TikToks, you can see very clearly that she is posting to get views. The topics that she is posting about, the way that she is posting, she has been posting for quite a long time. She has so many videos. This is something that she wants to do as a career, is to post on TikTok, and you can see that. You also notice that she does jump from job to job. With that being said, I can't accuse her of posting this solely for views. I'm sure that she did feel. I mean, like, if you are seeing somebody's naked body that you were not expecting or not wanting to see, obviously you're going to be bothered by that. But legally speaking, that is not assault.
While online sleuths have been divided, the real life sleuths, aka the police.
Also, I mean, she wanted to see that shit. She done opened the door on some more junk. She talking about, what you mean?
Police investigating the situation faster than they investigated the David situation, but these are completely different parts of the country, have firmly sided with Austin. She posted a naked photo of him on...
If I'm Austin, I need some money, bro. I need something from somebody. DoorDash, nigga, I'm suing DoorDash at that point. I need some money, bro. This is too much. Like, y'all got my name out here now. Granted, thankfully, y'all don't know my face. Thankfully. But people that know me, they know that's my door and everything. Like, they know who they know. People that know me, know that's me. That's defamation. I need some type of money. I need a ticket, bro. Something. A high one. With a few at least. I need at least 5 zeros behind the number. At least.
Online, shared his address, and accused him of being some form of deviant to millions of people. His life, as a result, may have been ruined. But Olivia's could now be worse. She's facing 2 felony charges which could follow her for the rest of her life. Felonies usually imply a significant amount of prison time, and it was initially speculated that she could face 8 years in prison. However, there are lawyers that have argued that this fate could be avoided.
They did give her 2 felony charges, 2 e-felony charges, both of which carry a prison sentence if she goes to trial and loses. She could get probation on those.
This is a non-violent first-time offender.
Yes, I don't think she's getting prison time.
And we are looking anywhere from realistically no incarceration, straight probation, to some sort of minimal sentence. Although in this situation, probably a couple months maybe is a realistic thing.
A couple months would be. I would be surprised. I would be surprised if it came out and said that she had to sit in prison for a couple months. I would be very surprised. I'm thinking a hefty probationary period with some community service and a bit of classes and fines. So she better find another job quick. Goddamn.
So yes, theoretically, you could have 8 years, although not really, because although they are distinct offenses, they're part of the same underlying criminal transaction. So you'd be unlikely to stack the sentences and say 4 + 4, right?
When it comes to the actual trial, it will be very difficult to deny the charges that she's being accused of. And her best course of action is damage mitigation.
Her best option probably is to plead.
Yeah, I think it's just take some type of plea. What is it that you can get? Don't take this to trial. Don't fight the war. Just take what you can get. Hopefully you maybe can have some type of lawyer that'll look out. I mean, financially, I don't know who behind you. I would hate to be if you got a public attorney. I don't know how well that's gonna go for you, but don't take this to trial. Don't fight this.
Yeah, maybe they'll drop it to a misdemeanor. That's plausible. Yeah, so her best option is to plead it down to a misdemeanor and make the whole thing go away. That's probably where this thing's going to land out at the end of the day if I had to bet.
For the guy involved, there's not much he can do either beyond this point.
The man can sue her. Now, of course, the problem with that is she doesn't have any money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he would have to sue DoorDash, which I don't know if he wins that again, unless he has a lawyer that's just willing to go toe to toe with DoorDash lawyers. I don't know, but yeah, I'm not sure how that goes.
She's judgment proof, as they say. She's a DoorDash driver. Right. So yeah, we can sue him, but like for what?
Yeah.
Nothing. Right? We can't sue them. And how can we? And we can't sue. I mean, we can win. We just can't collect because there's no money. We can't sue TikTok because what did TikTok do? TikTok isn't. We can't sue TikTok because CDA 230 they are immune, and we can't sue DoorDash because what did they do? Mm-hmm. They didn't do anything, right? They didn't. Right. They just told.
Why is my internal temperature too high when I got a fan on it? Oh. What? The fan's not going, guys. What the heck? Oh, guys. Oh my gosh, guys. So listen, we gonna finish the video off like this, unfortunately. I know it's ghetto, but it's an Astral Dior video. That's why you love me, bro. Let me tell y'all what happened, bro. So I got a fan for my joint, but I also got this cord that you know, I got cords hanging behind the camera, bruh. The cord was in the way of the camera. See what I'm saying? To the point where it's not letting the fan circulate. You see what I'm saying? Jesus. Let's finish this out real quick. It's only 2 minutes.
For to go to the house and leave it at the door.
And there are people who think that this case should be turned on its head and that she should be charged with essaying him.
And the nature of the violation here was not for sexual gratification. It was not released for the purpose of delight. It was released for the purpose of just amusement and degradation, which is not a triggerable offense, right? Because
in the wake of what's happened, it's interesting to reflect on what lessons can be learned from this whole episode. It goes without saying that making unverified claims on social media comes with consequences when the potential for virality is far higher than it's ever been in the past. But even if Olivia had claimed that Austin had harassed her instead of essayed her, she could have made things much easier for herself. If you're going to accuse somebody of something, you bear the responsibility of accurately stating what you claim that they did. And sharing a picture of someone in the privacy of their own home is a crime. End of story.
You can't post someone unclothed on the internet without their consent. This was not her stepping forward. This was her just breaking the law. I'm telling you, if she just contacted DoorDash, contacted the authorities, I promise you she wouldn't have been arrested. She still even could have came to social media and told her story without showing the video or giving us his name. Now, I'm not saying anything would have happened to bro.
It's hard to find anyone that comes across well in this entire story. I'm sure many people who sided with Austin are
This was just a pointless, unfortunate situation for two people. One person that can't get no chicken, you know, and probably is not that like worried about justice, quote unquote, to where he's like, no, I want to press charges and I want her in prison. He's probably not feeling like that. The nigga like, damn, okay, let's sue. Yeah, we could sue her, but I mean, she only makes about $10,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we don't have much to go off of. Do you want that? She also doesn't have a job right now, and she doesn't. Her car is a cash card. You know what I'm saying? It has 150,000 miles. You know, and she has clothes, but I don't know if she's gonna be willing to sell those. You feel me? It's like, what do you want? What is there to want? There's nothing to have. So what are we doing?
In the glory of being correct as they should and as they deserve to. But these are probably the same people who fell for the story that she had opened the door initially without proof or video evidence of that either. The truth is that we're subject to our own biases, and if we don't acknowledge them, there's the danger of something similar happening all over again. Think about if there wasn't as much evidence as there was in this situation, a man's life and reputation could have been ruined for the mistake of falling asleep in his own home.
Damn, man, that's crazy, bro. That being said, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I love y'all, bro. I appreciate y'all. I'm grateful for y'all. Thank y'all for rocking out with me, even though, you know, things happen. We gone, man. Let do it.